But now, Math glanced back, and to his dismay saw riders watching him from the top of the rise, dark silhouettes against the grey sky. They had caught him at last. He counted them quickly. There were 13. In truth, 26, not 13, creatures were watching him. Advancing down the hill towards him were Basker and Orla, binary jinn, each a double entity. Each Bask rode an awl, a creature with a massive head covered in dark scales, its double row of teeth angled slightly backwards into a mouth dripping with silver saliva. It ran upon 2 sturdy legs, and its elongated hands had 4 fingers and an opposable thumb, each digit terminated in a murderous sharp talon. Their riders, the Basker, were even more daunting. Although roughly human in shape, each had 4 arms. 2 were used to grip black spurs of bone jutting from the armoured neck of the awl, while 2 gripped weapons, a spear and a blade. The Basker wore black armour and leather gloves. The head was covered with a conical helmet, a nasal strip protecting the nose. Only the face was vulnerable to the 3 weapons carried by Math, a short sword, a shield, and a bow. The round shield was not merely for defence. Its rim was razor-sharp and could inflict terrible damage on an adversary. Math was on foot and would be hard-pressed to defeat just one such binary genie. Against 13 such entities, he stood no chance at all. He was as good as dead. For weeks he had been journeying back towards his homeland of Midgard. Under cover of darkness, he had made his way south, knowing that he would be followed by the Basker and Orla, the deadly servants of the powerful Asker Jinn who dwelt north of the high wall, knowing that he would be slain. For he had done something that was forbidden to all humans. He had dared to cross the barrier. The penalty for that was death. In addition to fleeing for his life, he had performed one important task. He had drawn a map detailing the route he had taken. He would give it to his people, the Genthai. One day they hoped to ride across the barrier, defeat the Jinn, and, by force of arms, take back for humans the whole world. His map would show them the way. So now, at last, they had caught him. He was so close to home, but not close enough. He would die on the riverbank, within sight of the barrier that enclosed his homeland. But then Math was given a sliver of hope. The line of Jinn halted, and only a single Bask and Awl charged down the slope towards him. Did they have some sense of honour? Would they only fight him one at a time, he wondered? Math placed his sword and shield at his feet, knocked an arrow to his bow, drew it back and tensed, holding his breath. He waited calmly for a target to present itself. The Jinn was almost upon him when that target became visible. His arrow flew fast and true and found the eye to the left of the helmet's nose guard, burying itself right up to the flight feathers. It had gone deep into the brain, and the Bask fell backwards off its mount, all 4 arms convulsing and desperately reaching for the arrow. Math dropped his bow and just had time to take up his sword and shield before the awl reached him. He rolled aside, and its 2 massive feet thundered past before circling to come at him again. He noted that the Bask was still on the ground, writhing in what seemed to be its death throes. But the awl was a formidable opponent, the massive dinosaur head swinging from side to side as it bore down on him, the thin arms and taloned hands reaching out, ready to rend and tear his flesh. He used the curved edge of his shield to slice away those arms just short of the elbow. They spurted black blood, and the awl let out a scream. He spun away from it, but not before lunging for its face with his sword. The weapon went deep into the bridge of its nose, slicing across both eyes. The awl ran on unsteadily, the stumps of its arms still spraying blood. It blundered blindly on into the river, and within seconds, still shrieking, had been borne away by the fast current. The sounds of distress grew fainter and fainter until all was silent. Math stared up at his enemies. No doubt they hadn't expected him to be victorious, but before he'd ever fought in Arena 13, Math had been a warrior, skilled in the use of sword and bow. It was too much to hope for to face another single basque, and indeed the creatures moved down the slope in 2 columns to encircle.